Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you today? You can see on your screen Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. Yes, today we are going to discuss the world famous intelligence theory that was presented by Howard Gardner with the name theory of multiple intelligences, presented by Professor Ali Murad Sumro, Shahid Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto, Government College of Education, Larkana. When you hear the word intelligence, the concept of IQ testing may immediately come to mind. Intelligence is often defined as our intellectual potential, something we are born with, something that can be measured, and a capacity that is difficult to change. In recent years, however, other views of intelligence have emerged. One such conception is the theory of multiple intelligences proposed by Harvard psychologist Howard Gardner. Here we are going to discuss about the brief biography of Howard Gardner. Howard Gardner was born on July 11, 1943 in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Scranton, Pennsylvania is in the northeast of America. There is a place, he described himself as a studious child who gained much pleasure from playing the piano. He completed his post-secondary education at Harvard, earning his graduate degree in 1965 and his PhD in 1971. While he had originally planned to study law, he was inspired to study developmental psychology by the works of Jean Piaget. He also cited the mentoring he received from the famous psychoanalyst Erik Erikson as a part of the reason why he set his sights on psychology. This theory suggests that traditional psychometric views of intelligence are too limited. Gardner first outlined his theory in his famous book in 1983, Frames of Mind, the theory of multiple intelligences, where he suggested that all people have a different kind of intelligences. Gardner proposed that there are 8 intelligences and has suggested the possible addition of a 9 known as the existentialist intelligence. What motivated him to just outline his famous intelligences? There is a old myth of the people that one can learn anything by listening to the people or by reading any text. In this way one can learn. But he said that it is a nonsense idea of the people. They think that one can learn by these conventional and traditional ways of learning. But he says that one can learn by different methods of teaching and learning. Here you can see on your screen there are 8 multiple intelligences that he has shared. Number 1 is a visual or spatial intelligence. Number 2, linguistic or verbal intelligence. Number 3, logical or mathematical intelligence. Number 4, bodily or kinesthetic intelligence. Number 5, musical intelligence. Number 6, interpersonal intelligence. Number 7, intrapersonal intelligence. And number 8, naturalistic intelligence. While he says that a person might be particularly strong in a specific area, such as a musical intelligence, he or she most likely possesses a range of abilities. For example, an individual might be strong in verbal musical, and a naturalistic intelligence. Let me make it clear in simple words. He says that a person can be good or strong in just one specific area in which he prefer or in which he takes interest. But it doesn't mean that if you have one intelligence and you will stick with it whole of your life. No. By dividing your interest, by giving your interest in other abilities, you can gain. For example, if you have an intelligence of music, you can be good at mathematics too. You can be good at listening too. You can be good at planting. In naturalistic intelligence, you can have this also. So, it doesn't mean that you can have only one intelligence. No, you can have more than one intelligences. But you can be strong in one or two. Okay? Number 1, you can see on your screen visual or spatial intelligence. What are the strengths? Visual and spatial judgment. People who are strong in visual or spatial intelligence are good at visualizing things. These individuals are often good with directions as well as maps, charts, videos and pictures. What are the characteristics of these kind of the people? Characteristics of visual spatial intelligence include enjoying reading and writing, good at putting puzzles together, good at interpreting pictures, graphs and charts, enjoying drawing, painting and the visual arts, recognizes patterns easily. Potential career choices means if you have a visual or a spatial intelligence, what are the jobs you can perform. If you are strong in visual or spatial intelligence, good career choices for you are number 1, architect, number 2, artist, and number 3, engineer. You can have these choices for your career. Number 2 is a linguistic or verbal intelligence. What are the strengths? Words, language, and writing. These are your 3 strengths. People who are strong in linguistic verbal intelligence are able to use words well, both when writing and speaking. These individuals are typically very good at writing stories, memorizing information, and reading. Okay, sorry. What are the characteristics of linguistic verbal intelligences? They are good at remembering written and spoken information, enjoys reading and writing, good at debating or giving persuasive speeches, able to explain things well, often uses humor when telling stories. Potential career choices are, for them, their potential career choices are, if you are strong in linguistic verbal intelligence, good career choices for you are, number 1, you can be a writer or journalist, you can be a lawyer, you can be a teacher. Okay, logical or mathematical intelligence. What are your strengths in this intelligence? Number 1, analyzing problems and mathematical operations. People who are strong in logical mathematical intelligence are good at reasoning, recognizing patterns, and logically analyzing problems. These individuals tend to think conceptually about numbers, relationships, and patterns. What are the characteristics of logical mathematical intelligence? They include, number 1, excellent problem solving skills. Number 2, enjoying thinking about abstract ideas. Number 3, likes conducting scientific experiments. Number 4, good at solving complex computations. Number 6, potential careers for these intelligences. The people who have these intelligences can have good career choices. Number 1, they can be scientist. Number 2, mathematician. Number 3, computer programmer. Number 4, engineer, and in the last, accountant. Okay, bodily or kinesthetic intelligence. What are the strengths? Number 1, physical movement and control, motor control. They are good at physical movement and they have a control over their motor abilities. Those who have high bodily or kinesthetic intelligence are said to be good at body movement, performing actions, and physical control. People who are strong in this area tend to have excellent hand-eye coordination and dexterity. I have given here the meaning of dexterity. You can see skill in performing tasks, especially with the hands. This is the meaning of dexterity. What are the characteristics? Characteristics of bodily kinesthetic intelligence include good at dancing and sports, or you can say athlete, enjoys creating things with his or her hands, excellent physical coordination, tends to remember by doing rather than hearing or seeing. What are the potential careers for them? They can be dancer, they can be builder, they can be sculptor, they can be actor. Musical intelligence. What are the strengths of musical intelligence? Rhythm and music. People who have strong musical intelligence are good at thinking in patterns, rhythms, and sounds. They have a strong appreciation for music and are often good at musical composition and performance. What are the characteristics? Characteristics of musical intelligence include: number 1, enjoys singing and playing musical instruments. Number 2, recognizes musical patterns and tones easily. Number 4, good at remembering songs and melodies. Number 5, rich understanding of musical structure, rhythm, and notes. What are the potential careers for this intelligence? The people who have this intelligence can be a musician, can be a composer, can be a singer, can be a music teacher. Okay, here is interpersonal intelligence. What are the strengths of interpersonal intelligence? Understanding and relating to other people. Those who have strong interpersonal intelligence are good at understanding and interacting with people. These includes are skilled at assessing the emotions, motivations, desires, and intentions of those around them. What are the characteristics of this intelligence? It includes: number 1, good at communicating verbally. Number 2, skilled at non-verbal communication. Number 3, sees situations from different perspectives, creates positive relationships with each other, good at resolving conflict in groups. And what are the potential careers or the career choices for these people have this? If they have interpersonal intelligence, they can be psychologists, they can be philosophers, they can be counselors, they can be salespersons, and they can be politicians. Intrapersonal intelligence. What are the strengths of intrapersonal intelligence? Introspection and self-reflection. Individuals who are strong in interpersonal intelligence are good at being aware of their own emotional states, feelings, and motivations. They tend to enjoy self-reflection and analysis, including daydreaming, exploring relationships with others, and assessing their personal strengths. Actually, let me make it clear, intrapersonal intelligence, these people who know themselves. इन्हनि माण्हुनि खे पाण खे ख़बर हूंदी आहे त मां छा आहियां, मूं में कहिड़ी क्वालिटीज़ मौजूदु आहिनि, मूं में कहिड़ियूं वीकनेसिस मौजूदु आहिनि। असां वटि घटि माण्हू हूंदा आहिनि जंहिंखे इहा पंहिंजी ख़बर हूंदी आहे। It can only be possible if you want to know yourself, then you have to love yourself. When you love yourself, when you give time to yourself, when you sit alone with you only, and you can perceive yourself that what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. जॾहिं तव्हां पंहिंजो पाण खे टाइम ॾींदव, जॾहिं तव्हां पंहिंजो पाण सां प्यार कंदव, पंहिंजो पाण सां गॾु वेहंदव, पंहिंजो पाण सां गॾु ॻाल्हाईंदव, उन खां बाद में ई तव्हांखे इन शइ जी ख़बर पइजी सघे थी त तव्हां जूं फीलिंग्स कहिड़ियूं आहिनि, तव्हांजी इमोशनल स्टेट कहिड़ी आहे, तव्हां में केतिरी मोटिवेशनल पावर आहे त तव्हां माण्हुनि खे मोटिवेट करे सघो था, पाण खे बि मोटिवेट करे सघो था। ओके, व्हाट आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ इंट्रापर्सनल इंटेलिजेंस? Number 1, good at analyzing his or her strengths and weaknesses. Number 2, enjoy analyzing theories and ideas. Number 3, excellent self-awareness. Number 4, clearly understands the basis for his or her own motivations and feelings. What are the potential career choices for intrapersonal intelligence? Number 1, he or she can be philosopher, writer, theorist, and scientist. Naturalistic intelligence. Strength, finding patterns and relationships to nature. Naturalistic is the most recent addition to Gardner's theory and has been met with more resistance than his original 7 intelligences. According to Gardner, individuals who are high in this type of intelligence are more in the tune with nature and are often interested in nurturing, exploring the environment, and learning about other species. These individuals are used to be highly aware of even subtle changes to their environment. What are the characteristics? Number 1, interested in subjects such as botany, zoology, and biology. Good at categorizing and cataloging information easily. May enjoy camping, gardening, hiking, and exploring the outdoors. Does not enjoy learning unfamiliar topics that have no connection to nature. What are the potential career choices for this intelligence? They can be biologist, conservationist, they can be gardener, and they can be farmer. Thank you so much.